what up?
Yo, what up, bro?
Not bad. How do I sound?
You sound good.
Okay, cool. Yep. Noise cancellation, boy. Got the earbuds in so I can hear. Yeah, we good.
Nice. Crispy. I like you under the umbrellas.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna
Where are
stay
you
over
at?
here downtown. I'm just trying to get some editing done. I got like a couple photo shoots I did over the weekend, so I got that. I'm going to Seattle this week too, so I'm trying to get everything set up before I get things straightened over there. But
Yeah, nice.
yeah, that, and then my boy Jermon, who he's going to be on the season premiere of Chopped, so I'm going to his premiere tomorrow.
Nice.
He's a chef downtown, so yeah, man. Shout out to Jermon Booz. He's a good dude.
Wipe my
Vance,
camera
what
off.
up, my guy?
Yeah, nice. Dude, I'm excited to watch Little Khaki while you're out in Seattle.
Cadillac. I must say, make sure my baby is good, man. It's my pride and my joy, and I love that little dog.
Bro,
So yeah,
my apartment complex has a dog agility course. I might have to take her over there.
a dog agility course. That is
They've got like
fire.
little ramps and stuff and little like things you can jump through. It's this little like fenced in area.
Okay.
It's pretty
Okay.
dope.
All right. Yeah, I must say she'll love that. You just gotta. Oh, dude. By the way, just so you know, she loves carrots. That's her new
Okay.
snack of
All
choice.
right. I
She
might have
loves
to pick up some
carrots.
baby carrots.
Yeah, like just cut them up for her. You know, she's small, so yeah, that's a good.
Right.
But
Well, anyways, to anyone that is watching and to the people that will be watching on YouTube once we get this edited and put all up, this is going to be a new segment that E-Man and I are going to try to stick to every Monday. The time may vary depending on our schedules, and we might try to put it up like after people get off work and stuff like that going forward. But we wanted to get on here as a new segment as to keep up with new music and to offer people watching a way of getting new music recommendations. For the most part, releases come out every Friday. Some people do it differently, like Tyler been dropping stuff on Mondays, but for the most part, people drop on Fridays. So just to give E and I a few days to listen to some new stuff and then come on here and discuss the kind of new stuff that we've been paying attention to or finding interesting or what have you. So that's kind of the gist of this. I don't know. We'll probably have to come up with a name for this segment or something like that. Like our weekly music picks or some kind of stuff like that.
and Vince, to ask you a question, bro. I'm wearing the RKO shirt right now. Of course I am. I say Monday
Nice.
Night Raw's in Detroit tonight, so
Oh, that's right. Are you going?
yes.
Hell yeah.
Come on now.
That's
Who you
awesome.
talking to?
That's dope. But yeah, anyways, let's get into this thing, man. There's been tons of music releases since, well, technically since Monday, because Tyler dropped his Don't Tap the Glass on Monday this week.
I don't even think I listened to anything that came out this past Friday. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I lied. But no, there's a lot of music to cover, man. And in fact, I really do want to make this like a weekly Marvelous Music Mondays. I love that. No, we should figure out what to do with this segment because I feel like it's such a good breakup from like the recorded segments. Oh, just to let you guys know too. So 150 episode is gonna take place in Pittsburgh. So next week we're gonna record it. Yeah, shout out to Barrel and Flow Festival. Shout out to Now Bonsai for gonna be our 150th guest. We've been at this since 2018, so it's really cool to like see what things are coming now. Starting to travel a little bit and get things going there. So I'm just blessed to be a part of it. And my PIP holding it down over on the
Yeah,
YouTube channel too. I see we just hit like what 100 and some subscribers,
120.
113, 115, 120. Oh, there you go. Oh
Yep.
shit. Okay.
Yeah, we hit
Yeah.
120
So
yesterday, so that's pretty dope.
yeah, he's got that. I got the photography thing going too.
You've been killing it with the
We've
photography
been
stuff,
working,
dude.
bro. Yeah.
Hell, so I guess we'll start with Tyler then, because he was the first album that came out this week, being on Monday. His new project, Don't Tap the Glass, which kind of came out of left field, really.
Tap,
Yeah.
tap.
Tap the glass if you're going to click on us, but don't tap the glass if you're listening to his music. But I mean, that's the gist of it, really. So Tyler has been on the road touring Chromacopia for basically since the album came out in October. And this feels like an album that came with like a little bit of a sense of urgency. And I think that where Tyler was coming from with this being like a short, like dance heavy, straight to the point, no deep introspective cuts type of thing, is something that he wanted people to be able to move to dance to put your phones down to. And he released a statement. I'm not going to read the whole statement because it's pretty long, but he's kind of alluding to that, like how he asked some friends of his why they don't dance in public anymore. and it's because of everyone's fear of being filmed and not becoming a meme on the internet. And so people escape inside themselves and are too in their own heads to get out and really let loose and have fun, which is like the spirit of music and the spirit of healing since the dawn of time. You can bring it all the way back to blues music in the Jim Crow South in these juke joints. That's what they did to escape their hard days during slavery and past slavery, and when they were on the cotton fields.
You just learned that because of Sinners, didn't you? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, dude, I've been thinking about Sinners constantly, bro. Like, honest to God, Kugler put that. It lives rent free in my head right now, straight up, like straight up. But I had to think that Tyler had to have been sort of inspired by that too. I wonder. I would love to be able to ask him if he saw Sinners and if that had anything to do with this, because that's what it feels like to me. Is Tyler being like, all right, let's put these phones down and let's get back to the spirit of what making music and performing music live is really all about. And
you follow Clancy on Instagram?
No, I don't.
Clancy is Tyler's manager.
Yeah, I know who that is.
So he put out a statement that said, in the midst of putting out, in between touring this album, he had time to do this 10-track dance album, or not dance album, but this 10-track album as well to break it up, just off the strength of pure work ethic. There was no label obligation. There was nothing like that. He just did it out just for the output, just for the love of it, because he wanted to do it.
I love that, dude.
Which is nuts. Because I'm like, it's not a lot of people that have the same manager or same like on your corner the whole time. Clancy's been with him since after. So it's just cool to see where he's going with everything. It's just cool to see that the love and the passion to make music is still there at the end of the day with Tyler, and that's cool. I've been a fan. I think you called me a super fan on your review. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I've been an Odd Future super fan for a long time. So it's just like,
you're the one that got me
cool to see. For sure. Yeah. So it's just like to see him become a household name status, and I think having people like LeBron in your video and Mav and all these, just is nuts to me. Just to fathom like the dude that was like kill people, burn shit, fuck school is doing this right now. So
yeah. Dude, I love that video. That video is really dope. It's got the big old speakers blasting while Tyler dances. Yep. He's got like LL Cool J aesthetic going on in the video.
Yeah, it's a big nod to LL and just 90s hip hop in general. With the big ass chain like Run DMC, because Run DMC was the first to really introduce something like that.
Yeah, totally.
So it's a real throwback. Even if you looked at the little promos that they put on the Instagram, color grade. I mean, it's just my nerdy audio video guy coming in now. The color grading and how it looks now is like very 90s aesthetic. The clothes are very 90s aesthetic, kind of like Freaknik style. Dude, it's just dope how he's doing it. So
yeah, I agree. And there's also, I like it too because there's just a few features on it, but all features of people that E-Man and I love. You have Pharrell on track 1, Madison McFerrin on track 8, which is funny because when the album first dropped, the features weren't available on the streaming services. So E and I were kind of texting all day about who we thought some of these people were on the features because it wasn't announced. And we were kind of going back and forth, and I was like, I could swear it sounds like Madison McFerrin. But I didn't even know that Madison McFerrin would be on Tyler's radar. And it's so dope that she is. And she's been going crazy about it. Like, she's so happy. She's like on cloud 9 right now because of Tyler giving her this shot. And I think that's just
Tyler has notoriously said, I click on videos that have like 50 views or songs that have like 50 views.
Yep.
On purpose. Just to see what dope stuff is out there. So, I mean, that's not surprising to me at all that he would reach out to somebody like Madison McFerrin, who is dope in her own regard, but is not necessarily household name, even though her dad was. But like, it's cool just to have that. I mean, Tyler, Tizo Touchdown when he first came out was like not super popular. Now he got that Run It Up say clip he did on was it Call Me If You Get Lost? I mean, there's Daisy World, who was like pretty not really known person who was on Call Me If You Get Lost and on this album as well. Like, it's cool that you have that outreach, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
It looks like it's about to rain a little bit too out here. I'm outside, so.
Is it really gonna rain today, man? I hope it wasn't. I want to go run it.
Hold on, I got this on the gimbal, so hold up. Kind of see a little bit, like looking
Detroit,
a little. Detroit, what up, though?
Are you over by Shinola?
I don't want to people know where I'm at, but I don't want to disclose where I'm at. I don't want a pop smoke situation. But
Well, anyways, yeah, so you had Madison McFerrin on track 8, and then on track 9, someone that E-Man and I just saw last summer at Roots Picnic do a set with Robert Glasper is Yebba. Yebba is on the album, which is dope. Yebba's got a powerhouse vocal. And then someone that I found out about yesterday because Tyler tweeted about it was that T-Nava, who plays keyboards in Anderson .Paak's band, the Free Nationals. He's the one on the talk box throughout the whole album, which there's a lot of talk box use throughout the whole project. So that's also a really dope look. I'm really happy that T-Nava got some shine on there.
I think one of my favorite parts about the album is that track was it I'll Take Care of You.
Yeah.
There's 2 big samples in there. So there is Tyler sampled himself he sampled Cherry Bomb on it.
Yeah.
But then for all my 90s babies out there, Nuck If You Buck Flip was very down right. And I'm like, just to hear this dance version of Nuck If You Buck, and I'm like, oh, it makes me not super aggressive to hear this song for once. But I really love the fact that you brought that into it. Exactly. It's still like that, it's almost got like a dance hall type feel to it. Like it's really well done. But
I love how that sample goes right into that drum and bass part, followed by Madison McFerrin singing. You're like, oh man, it was like beautiful execution of that.
Where do you rank this in the Tyler 9 album discography?
That's hard because it's still so new. I have to probably live with it some more.
Off like first couple listens, where would you rank it? I think I know where it's at for me.
I would probably, it'd probably be behind. Let's see. I would probably go. I think Chromacopia is actually my favorite.
Okay.
Just because I've been spending so much, because I just made that piece on them, so I've it could be recency bias because I've been listening to it so much lately. But I really love Chromacopia. Then maybe Flower Boy. Then maybe Call Me If You Get Lost. I could maybe flip-flop Flower Boy and Call Me If You Get Lost. But then I think this sits behind those ones.
Okay.
That order is subject to change probably, but those are like my favorite 4 Tyler projects. I think I would say. Igor too, though.
That's what I was gonna say. Igor's my number 2.
Yeah,
Igor's still my number 2 for it. Yeah.
So I'd have to consider this a little bit more and then come back. Maybe next Monday I'll have an actual order of that of where I can rank the Tyler projects. What about you?
Call Me If You Get Lost. I don't think he stopped Call Me If You Get Lost yet.
That is a great.
Call Me If You Get Lost is still peak Tyler for me, just because it's a mix of everything.
It really
so Chromacopia was so introspective heavy, except for Ratata, for the most part. Then you got this album was kind of more like, this album was kind of very reminiscent of Cherry Bomb to me, just because there's a lot of experimental production going on with that too, which is really cool. I love the aspect of that. But Call Me If You Get Lost also had that. Call Me If You Get Lost was just like the mix of every demographic, every version of Tyler I could ask for in an Odd Future fan. To me, so
I think the reason that I respect
Igor too
so much is, and also Igor, is if you removed all of Tyler's rapping from Chromacopia, that album plays like a dope ass instrumental. The instrumentals he did on that project are so
well, very well.
Yep, I agree.
Even on the early Tyler, I mean, there's like, I still go back to Goblin every once in a while, even though it's the early stages. That's just me because I got on kind of early with that. Yeah. But I know like change started happening with him around Cherry Bomb. That's why, and he mentions that I think in the song "Mass Zone," "Call Me If You Get Lost."
Yeah.
Where it's just like the tone of it and changes because he goes from like the horrorcore shock value type shit to an actual musician.
Yeah.
And when Flower Boy, during that process, because he was doing a lot more TV stuff, that's when Loiter Squad was out. That's when he was on Fantasy Factory and, doing a TV thing. He was more known for that type of shit over than his music itself. So he became more of a personality than a musician. So that's when that change happened.
Running all right, on the streets?
I'm always never. That's my guy, though.
No, I agree with you. For me, I didn't even really start. I mean, I'd always listened to his projects from like the beginning, but I didn't really start listening till Flower Boy. That's when I was like, okay, this is the first project where I'm I'm listening multiple times in a row, and I'm gonna sit here and digest this project a lot. And like, I think even like from the cover art, like a standpoint in Flower Boy, I'm like, man, this is so interesting. The choices that he's starting to make around this time, and it just kind of like he started taking himself a lot more seriously
That's
around.
exactly what happened. He started getting into the craft more. Even though that that album was supposed to be called Scumfuck Flower Boy, right?
It was supposed to be called what?
Scumfuck Flower Boy. That was the
I
original
didn't know
name
that.
of the album. Yeah.
Huh, I didn't know that.
And
That's cool.
then Clancy was like, change this shit if you want to be serious.
It's good to have people like Clancy's in your corner. You know what I mean? You need them.
I do want to go back. One thing I really want to see just before things are all said and done, I would love to just see OD2. I don't know if you know, like, remember, I don't know, do you ever listen to the OF tapes?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so he was a track with everybody from my feature on it,
Yeah.
like every single one. And I would love the modern day version of that before things are all said and done.
I know. It's really strange because I wonder if something happened in the friendship with him and
IGBs and Frank.
You don't really see Frank and Tyler. I mean, you don't really see.
You don't see Frank at all.
But but like it just feels weird that they haven't done anything. Well, I mean, I guess people grow apart and shit. So I mean, it's pretty normal.
I don't know. Frank is so like. I mean, he had that whole Coachella thing too. He's got his own thing going. You don't know. Like, I think that Vince Staples kind of said something where I don't really make music with my friends so much. Every once in a while I do, but you don't know what the right relationship is. Some people behind the scenes where they could hang out every single day and we just might not see it on wax.
That's true, and you're right, because that also does add an element of business to your friendships, which is a dangerous thing to mix. You know what I mean? It can, if you're not all the way there, it could have the power to fracture a friendship. You know what I mean?
Right.
But anyways, let's not spend too much time here on Tyler because there's a bunch of other albums that came out this week that I also wanted to talk about. At least just mention them because I think they're worth people's time and checking out. And one of those projects, I'm sure, I don't know if you've listened to it yet, but I've talked about it a few times on our podcast, and that's Vel 9, aka Vel the Wonder. She's out of the West Coast like Tyler. She has a new album out called A Beautiful Day to Die. And for those people that haven't heard her, she kind of reminds, even though she's from the West Coast, she kind of has an East Coasty sound to her. She almost sounds like a female version of Griselda in a sense. She's got that real gritty street energy to her raps. And yeah, her new project is out, and man, I'm really loving it. I've listened to it like 3 times so far. Have you gotten any chance to hear it yet?
Nope.
Not yet?
I've heard her. I finally got her on Instagram though, so been listening to like the little snippets and clips she's putting out. I'm working that into my rotation though. Like I know you talk about Vel 9 a lot.
Yeah.
So I do plan on checking out the album. Yeah, she's dope. Like she's very talented. She's a talented MC. You said she's from California?
Yeah, she's from California, so she's from like this Latin neighborhood and grew up doing like graffiti street art stuff, and then got into like rapping later on, and she started dropping music in 2012. But what I think is so cool about her is she's also like a really talented singer, and so she had this singing side project called Mellotronics, and on this project is the first time that she's kind of mixed the both. There's definitely tracks on here where she's like singing her own hooks, and like there's a couple tracks where it's just like straight up her singing, and it's like such an awesome juxtaposition because her bars are like such like heavy hitting, like punch you in the face type of raps, and then to hear like the softer side of her is kind of nice little touch on this album that I thought. So we won't discuss it too much since you haven't heard it yet, but I will say if anyone's listening and feels like checking her out, there's a track on here. It's number 7 called Porcelain Sink. That's my favorite track on the album so far. It's just like great rapping. She really showcases her skill set. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that one.
I've been so when the Clips album came out, that had me in the chokehold for about a week and a half. So I really didn't check out anything besides that, but I finally got around to that Get Beyond album, which was incredible, by the way.
So good.
Get Beyond is an interesting one to me because he has one of the most distinct voices in R&B to me because it's so raspy and deep, but it's also so soulful at the same time. Yeah. So it's just really cool and just it's him on a song. 20s, I love that song so much because it's just like very, it's just talking about like nostalgic, and I wasted so much time on this relationship and where all the things I could have done and all the things I could go for. I recognize that time and then how it's gonna go forward, but I'm looking back in this period, reminisce a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, Giveon is dope. I got hip to him off of the Drake, was it Chicago Freestyle? That's how I got hip to Giveon in the first place. So, but he has always been in my radar ever since then. But yeah, he's super dope.
I agree with you. Giveon is incredible. This project is, to me, Giveon makes true blue R&B music. He doesn't need effects on his voice or anything like that. He's just got like real classic, awesome powerhouse kind of vocal to me. And that song 20s that you brought up, I was making a joke the other day talking to Shay about it. I was like, this is me singing to alcohol instead of a woman.
It's very blues. It's very blue note room like R&B.
Totally.
It's very roaring 20s juke joint R&B. I would say in a way. Yeah.
I agree, man. I love the project, and with him right now, I was actually just talking with somebody on Twitter about like, what the best R&B projects of 2025 are so far, and I put Giveon up there. I put Yukimi from Little Dragon. I've got Madison McFerrin, Duran Jones and Indications, and then Kali Uchis. Those are my top 5 of the year so far on R&B front.
I don't think I listened to Kali Uchis album.
Ooh, it's good.
Not in full at least. I think I heard a song or two. I don't think I listened to it in full.
Speaking of classic old school sound, that's definitely what she went with on this project. It sounds very 50s, 60s kind of reminiscent. So yeah, Kali Uchis is definitely up there with me. And she's got a lot of sweet songs on there. She's now in motherhood. Her and Don Toliver had a kid together. So she's singing a lot of songs to her kid and to her relationship. And I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really good project out of her. She never misses, really. I mean, she always kills it.
Speaking of people who recently had kids and decided to drop music, I know you're not a fan, but that Beats album is incredible.
I haven't heard it yet.
Dude, it's swag. Yeah, it's great. Light Skin Bieber is in his R&B bag. I always joke about there's pop Bieber, and then there's Light Skin Bieber, which is R&B. And he's definitely on a very big R&B bag. I know they're probably gonna put him in the pop category just because he's Justin Bieber, but it's not R&B bag. I do love the fact that he's got Drewski doing skits throughout the album too with him to break it up, because it's a very serious project. But it's also like kind of got these love letters to his son on there too, which is really cool too.
That's cool. I just hope that he's doing okay, because I'm on Twitter a lot, and I've seen a lot of videos of him recently where he doesn't look well. He looks like I don't want to allude to anything, but he looks like he needs to get some rest. I'll leave it at that.
I think almost that he's doing it on purpose. Well, he kind of talks about that on his album a little bit, or Drewski, I should say, talks about that on his album a little bit. He goes, okay, so you just play with social media in a different way than everybody else plays.
Yeah.
So that's when I'm like, okay, maybe he's just fucking with people.
I hope so. I hope that that's the case, and I hope there's not.
There's also a joke of, they make the light skin Bieber joke too. He goes like, man, it sounds like we're smoking Black and Miles, like making this album. You want to hit?
Oh,
and that's like Tame was trying to get him to smoke Black and Miles the whole album.
Oh, Jesus.
But no, it's honestly great. I'm a big Face Guy fan. Like, not ironically.
Lil B's on it, right?
Lil B is on it. Yeah, it's just and it's a song about fatherhood. Lil B just had to get to it.
That's cool. I did hear some good things. MKG.
Face Guy, I still want that feature.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I say, once upon a time when I was making music heavily, anyway, I won't get into that. But yes.
There's an artist, MKG, that's pretty dope, or McG or whatever. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce it. I've listened to his project a couple times. He does some production work on the Bieber album too.
Okay.
I read about that. And then moving on, actually, I'll do this one first because I won't talk about it as long, because I'm sure you probably haven't heard it yet. But Homeboy Sandman has a new project out, and it's
one of the underground's finest.
Bro, it is
underground's finest. Yep.
Incredible. It's called Soli Dio Gloria, and it is phenomenal. Homeboy Sandman's one of those rappers that sometimes uses the drumless beats and sometimes uses some like off-kilter shit. He reminds me of people like Stove God Cooks and some of the Griselda dudes.
He's like a slightly more marketable Immortal Technique.
Yeah, you're right.
That's how I would describe Homeboy Sandman for
And he's
people who
one of
don't
those dudes
know.
that like does not care about fame whatsoever. Like, doesn't do interviews. He doesn't do media. He doesn't
Exactly.
push
He's
the
like
billboard.
he is comfortable being that underground people's champ almost in a way. He's
Straight
cool
up.
with that bag, and that there's nothing wrong with that bag at all.
Yep. And he's just got some great lyrics on this new project. He has a whole opening song basically is talking about how people don't read enough, and it's great. So I really appreciate the topics that Homeboy Sandman is covering on this. And I'm definitely gonna cut a artist highlight video on him once I.
He's been putting out music consistently this year. I think he had a 3-piece he put out a few months ago that I listened to.
Yeah, he did. He's been dropping pretty consistently. And then the last one that I wanted to get to that I listened to this week is Alfredo 2. Did you have some time with that one?
No, not in full. And that's not a knock at Freddie Gibbs. I've just been on the Tyler album and podcast.
Oh my God, bro.
But no, I've heard the 1995. I've heard the first single off of it. And it's pretty solid. I love that they call the album Alfredo, but it's definitely fucking ramen on the cover too. But I guess it's like whole Japanese aesthetic, so now it makes sense. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to dive into it in full yet, but I do plan on it because I do love Freddie. I do love that combo together.
Dude, yeah, spend some time with it because this, to me, Alfredo 2, if for people that are watching that are unfamiliar, Freddie Gibbs has been dropping music since like 2010. He's from Gary, Indiana. And then, of course, The Alchemist, who's one of the most legendary hip-hop producers of all time. He gets with different people. Larry June, Currency, Boldy James, and he'll do these projects where it's just one producer, one rapper, which I've always loved those kind of projects. And so this is the second one that he's done with Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo 2. And
he's also Eminem's tour DJ.
Yeah, he was. That's right.
And Action Bronson, for that matter, too.
And he used to be in a group with Evidence from Dilated Peoples, too, back in the day, when he was rapping.
Yep, yes, he did.
But as far as I'm concerned, these are some of the best beats I've heard out of Alchemist in a really long time. Start to finish, it starts off with that song you just mentioned, 1995, and then goes into Mar-a-Lago, which is another phenomenal beat. And then this next two-piece in a row, Lemon Pepper Steppers into Ensalada. Oh my God, it's incredible. Ensalada features Anderson .Paak, and man, this continues my belief that if you put Anderson .Paak on your music, it's just guaranteed to make your song amazing. This might be the best rap track I've heard all year. This is like my favorite. It's just so good. From Freddie's rapping to the beat to Anderson on the hook is just a complete awesome song. And then another one of E's favorites, our other buddy Sean loves this guy too. Larry June is on the project. Who he works with Alchemist all the time too. And then towards the end of the project, you have an awesome feature out of JID as well. Jid's on here doing what Jid does best.
Did we talk about the Larry June Cardo album?
We didn't. I haven't listened to the full thing yet.
Oh, it's good, dude. It's really good. Larry June is also one of those people that's very. I'm my bad. Right? I didn't want to cut you off with Freddie Gibbs.
No, you're good. I was done with it. I was done.
Cool. All right, but yeah, I'm Larry June Cardo album. That combo. When you're talking about rapper producer, Larry June also has an album with Alchemist as well, That Great Escape that came out last year. Yeah, but this one has Cardo, and that combo has worked together, I think, for 4 or 5 albums now. He opens the project with one of his signature From Uncle Herm skits, which is also part of his collective. And it's always just like motivational stuff to Larry before he starts an album. Kind of like blesses the track and blesses the album before he goes. But it features, Detroit native Payroll on the album too, which is great as well. Mm-hmm. Larry June is one of those people that like I love because how I think of music is so conceptually sometimes. It's just like Larry June is very simplistic with his music, and it's just so dope. And how he rides the beat is just amazing, and it's just great driving music, just great everyday background stuff. But he also be saying some shit. And also, I always make a note that Larry June is a day older than me. Yeah, he's 1 day older than me. But,
damn, for some reason I thought Larry June was like 40.
No, he is 34. But he has a song called, it was like 91. That's on his signature songs. But yeah, Smoothies in 1991. But
you got to respect the fact that he raps a lot about cars, women, eating healthy, drinking orange juice, and smoking weed.
And water. A lot of water.
And water. You
Yeah,
can't go
that's
wrong
why I
with
like.
those
That's why I like
topics.
the simplistic, man. Those topics are very relatable to people, but he hones on it and makes it his own,
Yeah.
which is dope. It doesn't always have to be super introspective shit with hip hop.
No,
You can make a lane for yourself and just make that shit dope. So
he almost promotes eating healthy and drinking water way more than drinking alcohol, which I also
he doesn't
appreciate.
really talk about drinking
He
alcohol. If you
doesn't at
notice,
all.
yeah.
I love that about him. I really do love that. Actually, since you mentioned,
He goes, I just made a play for like 50 grand. Then I'm gonna go on then I'm gonna bike ride. Then I'm gonna hang out with this bitch, and then we gonna go on a jog.
yeah,
And then drink a orange and then drink a smoothie on the way. That's
yeah.
Larry Jones. I love that.
Two things I wanted to mention before we move on from Larry June. So, one, you mentioned Payroll. Payroll also has a joint album with Cardo, doesn't he? He has a
Yes, he
full
does.
project with
That is
Cardo.
the best version of Payroll Giovanni, by the way, is when I hear him on a Cardo beat. They're like the Detroit style beats. I mean, that's cool. But I like that West Coast deal. It just works with his voice more to
I
me.
totally
And it
agree with
pops and
you.
it makes it, yeah. 'Cause I forgot the name of the album he had with him. This was probably like 2 years ago, I want to say. But that one and Pay Face are probably my two favorite solo Payroll projects. But
I'm with you on that. I really enjoy that. Actually, so part of my thing on my solo YouTube channel that I've been doing is once a month at the end of the month, I hop on and I talk about my favorite songs that came out each month. And I've been putting my July list together, and Larry June did make my July list with a song from that project. I put You Feel Me on there. I think that song is fantastic. The beat is great. What Larry's rapping about is great. It just puts me in a great mood. But that's what I've got for the new ones. Let's see. There's a couple singles too. So I've been talking about them since day one on our podcast. Tame Impala's coming back out with some new shit finally.
boy, Kevin,
Have you heard the new single yet?
not yet. I know you sent it to me. It is on my list of stuff to check out today.
So it's
I'm doing a bunch of editing, so that Freddie Gibbs album is the first thing I'm about to listen to as soon as this is over.
Nice, yeah. So the Tame Impala, what I think I like about him the most is every project he kind of steps away from the sound that he used on the last one. So his first couple albums were guitar heavy and more rock and roll driven, and then he switched over to started using synthesizer as a main instrument on his projects. And now this new one, it's a 7-minute single. It's called End of Summer, and it's super dance heavy. It's almost in some club house bag, and I just really love it, and got me really excited for his new album. And I was thinking it's called End of Summer, but he dropped it in the end of July, so summer's clearly not over yet. I'm wondering if that alludes to when the full album is going to be out. I'm wondering if the album is going to be out at the end of summer.
Is Kevin Parker single? What do you call it? A surprise release guy?
He's not really
I'm
a
always late
surprise
to
release guy. He usually does some rollout for it. So,
okay.
But he could. I mean, maybe that's where he's at now. He's at that status level where, I mean, he's producing for SZA. He did Dua Lipa's last album. He's up at the top now as far as the music industry goes. So he could just drop it out of the clear blue sky and probably do still numbers. It's kind of what Tyler did over 200,000 in sales on a 4-day schedule. That's crazy because he dropped it on Monday instead of Friday. So
he did I think Chromacopia is his biggest sell. Yeah, it was like 220 something when that one came out.
Close to 300 for Chromacopia.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right. It was like two. Yeah, this was like 197 for this. What was it? Don't Tap the Glass. And then, that was like close to 3, which is insane, by the way. Which is funny about that. I wonder how that's gonna work for. I want to know. This is gonna be an interesting Grammy thing, which I'm not really a big award guy, but how that's gonna break up because I think both of those albums are gonna count this year. That with GMX, there's Little Sims is probably gonna be in there too.
I don't know if Chromacopia works for the Grammys this year because that was October of 24. So I don't think
because I think the cutoff is September.
Oh, is it?
I think the cutoff is like September-ish.
Oh, I didn't know that. So then GNX.
I want to know how that's gonna work. Yeah.
GNX would be in this year's Grammys then too.
Yes, it would.
That's crazy. I'll tell you what though, before we go, I might be boycotting the Grammys altogether now because you hear what they just announced?
No.
They
What?
announced
What?
that
What did he do now?
they announced that they're going to be letting
Oh,
AI
AI.
music be submitted to the Grammys.
Yep. Never mind. I did hear about this. Yeah, so
Dude,
they said that before, and then they walked it back. So they're doing it now.
that's what I read the other day. So if that's the
Okay, 'cause I
truth, I'm
remember
going to
like
start
when
boycotting.
that Weekend Drake song came out, let's say a year or two ago. That's when they originally said that, okay, yeah, you can do AI music. And then that was like a whole thing when that came out. And then they walked it back maybe like a week later because it was okay, that's just cheating to the artist. 'Cause, I mean, that's disrespectful to the actual creative. So you're saying that now they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you guys can do it.
It's yeah, and
Oh,
it really
okay.
bums me out, dude, because it's
Interesting.
becoming such a problem already. There is, I know you probably see it on Tidal all the time. You'll go to click on the new Rhapsody song, and all of a sudden it's not anywhere close to a Rhapsody song. Or
The
like
best is the internet. When
the
the
internet,
internet, because I know the internet's in the studio right now.
yeah,
But if you and then, but there are no tracks because I follow their title page or whatever.
yeah,
It's always just some. It's either some. It's not who I think it is
exactly.
every
It's
single
just some
time.
AI botted streaming shit.
Yeah,
That really bums me out. But the last one that I know we're probably running a little long here and getting out of here.
yeah. I don't want to get rained on
Dude,
either. So
it's raining in Canton right now, so
all
it's
right, so
probably
it's
going to
gonna
be
get
hitting
here in
you
a
any minute
minute.
now. So the last one that I'll say that I wanted to mention before we get out of here is Lupe Fiasco's new single, dude. He dropped a song called SOS. He produced it himself. It's incredible. It's some phenomenal rapping. So shout out to Lupe, man. I can't wait till he puts out his next project. But that's pretty much where I'm at with it. Is there any else that you wanted to add before we go?
Until next Monday, man. Let's do that, and then we're going to try and do some stuff from the road too in Pittsburgh. So I
Yeah, we're
can't
gonna
wait
get a
for
lot
that
of
as
stuff
well.
out for you guys, and
Yeah.
while we're in Pittsburgh, that's for sure. You guys will have to pay attention to our YouTube channel because I'm gonna be
This
loading
is
some tape.
This is gonna be a long week, bro. There's some other shit I can't talk about that's coming up in the month too with our guy Frost.
Oh,
So
nice.
I can't announce. You already know about it. I can't announce it publicly
Okay.
yet, but it's gonna be really big. I'm
Shout out to
excited.
Frosty, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you go because you're about to get poured on because it is downpouring in Canton right now.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a Ashanti song in a minute. Wait, was that Ashanti or was that who made that song?
SWV, rain on me.
That was
Let
SWV.
your love
Yep.
just
Yep.
fall like
I'm
rain.
slacking them on. We just talked about R&B and I'm slacking. My bad, SWV. I love you guys. All right.
All right, everyone. Take it
All
easy.
right.
Peace.
Yes.